What is going on, X community? Exostomp here, and today, people, we are going to be doing the Week 8 Pickems for the minors, and of course, joining me, as per usual, is Galaxybomb.
Hello, everyone. Look at those numbers. This is much better than Majors.
Yeah, if you guys want to check out the Majors video, I'll definitely link it after the actual video is done, or probably right here. I'll probably put a little thing at the top. But yeah, yeah, you're winning a lot. You need to lose. Okay, thanks.
I just know the minors way more, I guess. I've seen the teams firsthand. I know what they're capable of, and I guess it's just working out in my favor.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I can come back about.
I mean, we were just talking. Even though this week specifically, I really didn't get that many points. I got the first team there, and then I locked on my win, and I got the same exact differential, which totally didn't do on purpose or anything. I actually didn't, which is funny.
Totally not.
But I mean, I still got some decent points, and you know.
Yeah.
Just...
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. Oh god. I already talked about this in Majors, but since people probably are gonna skip ahead anyways, but I'll just say it anyways. So how this week works is that 8th seed versus the 8th seed on the other division, 7th seed versus 7th, you know, yada yada, and all the way up to 1st seed versus 1st seed for week 8. Now, that means that for minors, bottom division doesn't matter too much, but you can have fun with it. It's your last week. You don't have to worry about it because you can't really demote. Whereas top seeds mean a lot, because if you're the champion of the minors, you will move up to majors and you will be able to get that $60 prize. You know, of course, because you'll be in majors next time. If you're the champion of the regular season, if you're the actual champion of the whole season, then of course you'll promote as well. Now, let's say for instance you win both, it'll probably be that we'll probably promote someone else with you, or we'll figure it out. I didn't really think that much through, but yeah, so these games are going to matter a lot. A lot of people are really close. Your division included. Your division is super close with differential, so that means that all these games mean a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of the kind of middle tier people, it literally could come down to this game for who actually gets into the lower level of playoffs. So
yeah, so it's going to be, I think minors is going to be more interesting than majors for this last week because of how close it is. So, alright, let's get on to the first match, which is the Florida Phalanx versus the Little Rock Lycan Rocks. So right off the bat, oh man, I kind of like the Aerodactyl just right off the bat. With Stone Edge, Dual Wing Beat, and like Hone Claws, and Earthquake, it hits pretty much everything on the Lycan Rocks team, and there's nothing that really threatens it out. I mean the Claydol can eat a hit, and I guess it learns like Ice Beam, but I don't know. But yeah, I think the Aerodactyl looks really nice on the Phalanx side. How do you feel about that?
It's a little hard to say. Now I'm sure people have noticed by now, I am the kind of person that definitely enjoys looking at the numbers as part of the strategy of what people do. I think numbers say a lot, like how many games someone brings with them on, how many kills they've gotten with it. It tells you a lot about how much they rely on it, and what they're confident in how they're confident in their strategy. With these teams, they're both in the lower level, like they're struggling a bit. They have a decent amount of losses under their belt, so it's a little harder to see because you don't see a lot of kills on their team. So as far as their strategy is concerned, I see the Phalanx has done some good things with Drapion, for instance, So then I'm thinking about, okay, how good is Drapion against the Lycanrocs here?
Okay, so how do you feel about Drapion against the Lycanrocs?
So then when I'm looking at the Lycanrocs, what answers Drapion? I mean, Primeape is a pretty good answer to Drapion here. I could see Klefki eating a lot of stab poison attacks, for instance, and the fact that their fairy type is Steel makes Drapion a lot worse, definitely, because it can't do all that much. Plus, the fact that it's Dark type makes Klefki really strong here against Drapion, I would feel. Though Drapion does have some tech. I think it has Earthquake, if I remember correctly.
Wait, Drapion is... Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so that could definitely hurt the Klefki. But even still, I feel like the Phalanx might struggle here because of the type combinations on the Lycanroc side. They have some good advantages in that scenario.
Yeah, it really ends up to honestly, we could talk about the matchups, but I think it does depend on the actual coaches, because like, I think we haven't seen too many crazy sets from either people just yet.
Yeah.
So unless they bring like a Calm Mind, Corsola, or like if they bring something that isn't a Smogon set, basically, that'll surprise the other coach, and I think that would surprise him so much that they would probably maybe even sweep them. Like maybe a physical Ludicolo or something.
Yeah, one thing that I think really catches a lot of players off guard when they're newer to leagues or that kind of stuff in general is the super effective berries. They changed the game so much, especially early on, that an ice berry even on Noivern, as crazy as that might sound, could be the difference between winning and losing, because they might calc that, oh yeah, this ice move definitely kills. Noivern lives the hit and then kills that Mon, and suddenly they don't have an answer to Noivern anymore, for instance. That kind of stuff can really change the tides, and if either team brings either a berry or maybe a weakness policy or something along those lines where they're powering up or they're taking advantage of a calculation that is not accurate, that can really change the game. So I would like to see something interesting from either of these teams and catch the opponent off guard.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it any better myself. So yeah, I agree. That being said, who are you gonna vote on here? I have no idea.
I think I'm gonna vote for the Phalanx here. I think I'm a little bit more confident in their team. I think they are a bit more flexible. I feel like they are a bit more comfortable with their Mons compared to the Lycanrocs. So I think, I think I'm going to give a 3-0 victory to the Phalanx.
Okay. I'll give it... I'll give it to the Lycanrocs. I think they can get a pretty decent win here. I believe in them. I'm going to give them a 4-0.
Okay.
Alright. Moving on to the next match. It is the Detroit Delibirds versus the Breaking Zolts. So, initially, Snorlax might be an issue for the Zolts because their fighting type consists of Raboot with high jump kick. So, kind of an issue when you're versing a Snorlax.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Because, like, can you really pierce through Snorlax with that?
It has to be, like, banded, probably.
Yeah, so it's pretty... The problem is that then it becomes predictable.
Oh, wait, Heracross. I'm blind. My bad.
Even still, though, like Heracross is strong in that scenario, but I feel like the Delibirds can answer Heracross pretty easily. They don't have a fire type, which definitely hurts them. And no, you can't say Oricorio Fire is a fire type.
Come
It does not
on,
have any
man.
fire moves.
It has a fire move. Revelation Dance.
And yeah, so that does cause a bit of an issue, and I think that might be one of the main reasons. Because Honchkrow is good, I don't think it's enough to answer Heracross. It might
yeah.
be. Could be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Heracross actually is a problem to the Delibirds. I didn't even see that there, but
Sneaky mode.
yeah, dude, Delibird is so clean here. I don't know if there's many options. I mean, yeah, they do have double flying, but like you said, Honchkrow isn't that big of a threat unless
you just called Heracross Delibird. I don't know if you realized that.
I meant the Delibirds, like the team.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were still talking about Heracross.
Well, kind of. The Delibirds don't have. Well, they have two flying types in Honchkrow and Oricorio. Oricorio would probably have to be running, like specs to kill this Heracross.
Yeah, I don't know. Oricorio does not like having. Oricorio does not want to be relied on to take down a threat like that. You know. I don't think.
It can.
Look, I've used Oricorio before. It's a fine mon. It is not. You do not want to rely on it like that, though. Like in this, especially in this league, or the way that this draft format is, with the fact that it has to go up against a Heracross, it's scary. Oricorio does not want to be put in that situation.
Right. And
that being said,
yeah.
There's no world where a Heracross likes taking a flying move.
No.
So, it could be enough.
I kind of like the Minior as well here. Minior,
acrobatics, on that Minior, it just, White Herb, Shell Smash, etc. I mean, can the Delibirds answer that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so if they do find an easy spot to set up, I don't know what they can do. Those two things being said, I think it's pretty clear that the Zolts have the advantage here.
I see. So you want to give it to the Zolts now?
No, I'm giving it to Delibird.
God damn it!
No, I will give it to the Zolts here. I will give the Zolt a 2-0 victory.
2-0. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go opposite because I need the points. So I'm gonna go Delibirds. I'm gonna give them.
You said that for like 3 weeks in a row. I don't know if it's working.
It's not working, but I will try it eventually work, okay? I'm gonna give them a 3-0 here, right?
Alright.
Please get a 3-0. Alright, next match here. Oh, the Berlin Blossoms versus the San Francisco Sirens. What is that team? That's a bad team. Bad. No.
What? Alright, what do you think about this one?
Alright, well... So... It's interesting because... I mean, like, the Hatterene itself is kind of annoying for your team. Trick Room... Actually, well, Trick Room in general, you kind of don't like Trick Room. I mean, the good mons in Trick Room for your team is, like, Cacturne, Delmise, Quagsire, and Colossal. I don't count as Trick Room mons.
So, Comfy's Triage does just work, even if there's Trick Room, which is nice.
That is true. Yeah, that could work, I guess. That being said, Hatterene kind of walls Comfy, which is a problem. Your best bet against Hatterene is like Crobat. I don't know. I don't see really a big counter to Hatterene here, which is kind of a problem considering that Hatterene usually is a problem, like in regular leagues. In this league, it's a bigger problem. So versus your team, you're gonna have to run something weird. I don't know, maybe like a flame body colossal, so that when it draining kisses, you just burn it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really annoying because Magic Bounce makes it really hard to wall it because you can't status it reliably. Like you can do some weird contact status or something like that, but you can't just use a status move on it. It doesn't really, you can't really taunt it or anything like that, so you can't stop the setup. It's really, really uncomfortable, which is perfect for a Trick Room mon because Trick Room is already a strategy that makes the enemy team uncomfortable. So it's pretty potent, and it's definitely something I have to think about answering in many different scenarios. That being said, though, I feel like there are definitely ways to get around Trick Room. Whether that be just, using it, stopping it from it happening in the first place with good offense, or walling it out, waiting it out kind of situation. There's a couple different ways of going about it, but it's not invincible, that's for sure.
Yeah, you have enough offensive pressure for them to basically have to sack them on every time they want to set up Trick Room, which is kind of annoying for them, because if they sack them on, they won't really have many Trick Room ones left. So,
Right.
You could technically run Trick Room on Porygon Z and just keep pressing Trick Room when they're pressing Trick Room. It'll never go up.
Yeah, genius strategy. Let's just make my Porygon useless.
You just scarf it, it's perfect.
Scarf Trick Room, yeah, let's put the -7 priority move with Scarf.
Yeah. No, but like, you can even run like Taunt on Crobat, even though it doesn't work on a Magic Bounce, of course. It could work on like their Porygon. Oh, it's Battle of Porygons.
Okay. If Blossoms bring Porygon, I will be insulted. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they're bringing Porygon.
What if
they want to bring Porygon? Go for it. I'll take it. I will not enjoy that insult though.
Yeah, well, I kind of don't like the Runerigus against your team. Like, for you at least. Like, I kind of think it clicks Earthquake.
It's scary. It is definitely something I have to think about. There are answers to it though.
Oh yeah, you have a few answers. Yeah, this might be a hard match for you, honestly. I mean, I think all these matches are gonna be hard for everyone because of how Week 8 works. But
I'm also just barely out of playoffs, which means if I want to be in playoffs, I do have to play this match pretty well. So I will probably take my time with it. Hopefully Mosa's not impatient, because I'm going to be playing this one carefully.
Okay. Alright.
But I am confident. I will give myself a 4-0 victory here. Because I think I can break through their Trick Room shenanigans and get to the meat of the situation. So.
Okay, well, you're great at doing 3-0s, so I'm gonna give you a 3-0, and I'm gonna lock on you, okay? So you better not... I need these points.
Alright, now's my time. Let's go. I'm gonna throw.
No, I need these points, please. Oh god. Well, that works. So... But yeah, I think you definitely... You have your work put out. Like, there's a lot of mons here that I think could do too much damage to your team, but we'll see how it goes, because Trick Room is kind of annoying in low tier because of, look at how many damn threats they have on Trick Room. But yeah, anyways. Let's go on to the next match here, which is Thundurus versus Honchkrow Mafia. Oh, this is actually, this looks really fun to watch. So Thundurus versus Honchkrow Mafia. Initial thoughts are, Blastoise is kind of nice. It has enough. It has like Earthquake for Evire if it's Shell Smash. That can always hit pretty hard. You know, Hydro Pump or Surf, and then Ice Beam hits everything pretty neutrally, which is nice. Aromatisse kind of walls Scrafty, which you know firsthand. Scrafty, if you don't bring a counter for Scrafty, you kind of just lose.
Oh, that thing is brutal. I think it's still the top kill leader in minors right now.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Let me check real quick. Yeah, still got its murderous 15 kill rampage.
God.
So it's a threat, and the Thundurus really has to think about answering it in some form, which is hard. I mean, what can the Thundurus do to answer Scrafty here? Can they?
They have Aromatisse. They have.
I mean, the
Girder.
Decidueye can also stop the Drain Punch, which is nice.
Yeah, but knockoff.
Yeah, but knockoff just kind of kills it.
Girder just comes in on both attacks and kills it, right? Or it hits it hard.
Does it? I mean, I guess, yeah.
It could get knocked off, but you know, it just drain punches and takes back its health.
So though, if it's like +3.
It eats a hit. It's fine.
Yeah, but isn't Scrafty would still be faster? I don't know.
It eats a
It would
hit.
there would be violence to kill Scrafty. There would be a lot of violence happening. Druddigon might be able to chip it down with like a Rocky Helmet set or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So there are ways to get around it, but then of course Mafia has the brutal Electivire, Magnetar, Rhyperior in the back pocket. So this one's tough. I think I almost have to give it to the Mafia here.
Hey man, it's the Mafia. If you don't give it to them, they'll
Exactly.
come for you.
Like I'm scared. I'm scared that's Scrafty. I think I'm gonna give them a 5-0.
5? Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna give it. Damn it. I'm gonna give it to the Thundurus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them. Honestly, I think their matchup is pretty decent. I'll give them a. What did I give the last three? You know, I'll give them a 5-0.
Okay.
Alright. Next match, we got San Francisco Salazzles, the better San Francisco team.
Wow. Rude.
Versus the Charlotte Beedrills.
Okay, now we come to the grand old question: can they break the wall? And I think this team can actually break the Beedrill's wall.
Yeah, I agree.
Tyrantrum is brutal, Salazzle is brutal. I think this is like one of the teams that can actually smash through Beedrill's defensive lineup.
Yeah, and honestly, looking at it, everything gets toxic because Salazzle like kind of just counters Registeel, and then if it's toxic protects, it just dies. So there's the counter to Registeel. Now, if it's rest, that's another story. Good luck with that. But I mean, I think it would have to be like a nasty plot Salazzle to actually beat the Registeel. Like, because how else do you beat the Registeel if it's rest? I don't.
Even still, though, can the Beedrills answer an nasty plot Salazzle? I don't think they can.
Maybe Spadef Palisand.
Maybe, but I still feel like Salazzle does too much to it.
Maybe.
Salazzle does a lot of damage, and doubling that is not going to be pretty.
I don't know. I think it could eat at +4.
I mean, you know how confident I am in the Beedrills team. But I have been waiting on this matchup. I think this is going to be definitely... There have been times when the Beedrills lost. They're not flawless by any means, but I think this is one of the teams that can actually break the lineup. So I think I am actually going to give it to the Salazzles here.
The better one. Okay, got it.
I'm going to give them a 3-0 victory.
3-0.
I think Beedrills can still win. I think if they play around anticipating a very heavy offense and take advantage of that, they can pull it through. But I'm gonna go with the numbers here.
Alright, I'm gonna go with the Beedrills. I'm gonna say 4-0. I think Iron Defense, Body Press, Rests. I think that's all they need. Quite honestly.
Just 3 moves.
Yeah.
Toxic. Probably toxic.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know what else it learns. Honestly, I can't remember. That thing is
doesn't need anything else. Just fucking red.
That's all it needs. Yeah, they just run like max Def or whatever for this level. But no, maybe like Earthquake. I don't know. But
Sleep Talk.
Yeah, that could work. That could work. But I think that's fine. I'll give them a 4-0. And yeah, that's that. All right. Next teams we got Thor's Thundies versus Houston Tauros. Wow, Mac versus Cross. Now this is gonna be a very fun team because both teams were, I think, top 2 from like everyone that put in their post power rankings, and they're versing each other this week, and they're not even top seeds. So this is gonna be interesting. And this one actually matters because if Cross loses, he might get knocked out of playoffs.
Yeah, Thor's Thundies are seed 7 out of 8, so they are. And if Honchkrow Mafia is seed 8 right now, so depending on how Mafia, because again, Mafia has very good differential numbers, like especially with Scrafty. If they get like a powerful Scrafty cleanup, the Thundies could be in trouble. So definitely have to play safely on this. Or not safely, but you know, they need to get some good numbers in.
Yeah. That being said, like the teams. Oh man, I don't know how to feel about this match. I think both teams have solid matchups. Like I can't see a single Pokemon that breaks through everything successfully. I actually have to look up something real quick. Does it learn that move? It does not. Oh, it does. Okay, maybe Pangoro. On the Thor's Thundies. It has Rock Slide for like the Moltres, and then it has its dual stab for basically everything else. So that could work. I don't know. On Cross's side, I kind of like the Ambipom. I don't know how many times has he brought it, like a lot.
Hold on, let me check because I'm the stat man. Houston Tauros' Ambipom. He's brought it 4 games.
Oh, okay. I feel like I haven't seen it. Okay.
The one that he hasn't actually brought, which is funny because last week we were prepping a lot against it, was the Probopass. He's not brought Probopass yet to any game.
Yeah, Probopass. I don't think it comes this game, but Probopass in the right matchup is super nice. But yeah, I don't think it works here. Maybe like, yeah, I can't find a single particular mon. I mean, Electros is not bad. It has that Flamethrower for Scavalier. It's got Giga Drain for like Donphan, and yeah, it has coverage. Ambipom, I always like Ambipom because it's fast here. It outspeeds everything besides the Swallow. With Fake Out Last Resort is kind of annoying, or Fake Out knockoff U-turn coverage move, whatever it is. I think that could be decent, but yeah, overall, honestly, it just depends on who plays better in this match, because I don't think one team has a solid.
Yep, I definitely agree. I think this is one of the most even matchups right now. So I think I'm gonna give it to the Tauros here. I think even though it is pretty even, I feel like, you know, Moltres Swampert, it's just a brutal combination, and that kind of stuff might push them over the edge. So I'm gonna give, not to mention Zoroark could come in for some shenanigans, which, and Zoroark shines a lot in an even matchup because you don't really need it if you're gonna win anyway, and it doesn't really do much if you're in a pretty bad scenario to begin with. So that kind of little bump ahead with that kind of trickery can really determine a win or loss. So I'm gonna give it to Cross, and I'm gonna give them a 2-0.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna keep up what I've been doing, and I'm gonna give it to the Thor's Thundies. I'm gonna give them a 1-0. I think it's gonna be super close. Alright, moving on to the second seeds, which are the T1 Tyrannotars versus the Oops All Whoopers. So, do you want to ask the question?
Oh, this question. Can they stop Regidrago?
Oh, not that question. The other question.
I mean, that's a good question.
That is.
What's the other question?
The other question. What's the fourth mon on the Whoopers?
Oh, of course! Well, no, this is not the game.
This is not the game.
Definitely not the game. This
Why
is
not?
a
There's a
terrible
card
game
bank.
for Kling Kling. Are you crazy?
There's a carbon right there!
No,
Oh.
no. I do not see Kling Kling doing anything.
Alright. Hey, now it's gonna come that you said that.
It probably is, but you know.
It's gonna sweep Shift Gear Cling. But yeah, all memes aside, Incineroar. Wow, Incineroar doesn't really have many switch-ins. I mean, this is like the Umbreon, the Hitmontop, but other than that,
I mean, you kind of need it though, because knockoff is really good here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it smacks Chandelure, it cripples Tangela. So I don't know. I don't know anymore.
How do you feel about the Oops All Whoopers Fairy type being a Galarian Rapidash here?
Yeah, that's interesting because normally we see the best answers to Regidrago. It's of course a defensive Fairy type, and Galarian Rapidash is not a defensive Fairy type in any sense of the word. So, okay, I probably should know this. Does Regidrago have any decent tech moves?
I mean, to hit Fairy types, you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, no, not really, no.
Okay. So that being said, Rapidash could still be a perfectly fine answer. I think it just needs to be a little bit careful of like double switches and that kind of stuff. Because Rapidash does enjoy being ahead in momentum, so you do have to be careful about stuff like that. But that being said, I think on the other side of things, Tyrannotars can definitely cripple Rapidash early with some of their mons. I mean, of course, Incineroar is a perfect example of that. Knocking off Rapidash, even though it might not do all that much damage, it could for sure cripple its potential. I know Rapidash does often like to bring either a choice item, depending on how fast it is, or stuff along those lines. Plus, something like Mudsdale can probably wall it pretty hard. So I don't know. I mean, this is pretty up in the air.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Like, Rapidash has to come. It has to, or else you just lose to Regidrago. But it, like you said, it gets walled by. I mean, I feel like it's walled by like half of Harvest Mons here. So,
well, I mean, that's the strategy, right? That's all the Tyrannotars. That's like their game plan, is to build their entire team around destroying anything that can wall Regidrago.
Yeah, I don't know. Trying to find a way that the Whoopers can win here. I'm having trouble though. I mean, shift gear Clink Clang's there. That's all I'm saying.
This will be the day. I'm gonna give it to the Tyranitar's. I think I don't think Rapidash is enough to stop Regidrago in this matchup. So
Okay.
I will give them a 5-0 victory.
5-0. You feel pretty confident about this one, huh?
Well, I just think when you're fighting Regidrago, it's either you die or they die.
I ain't very confident about that. Alright, well, I'm gonna give it to the Whoopers then. I'm gonna give them a... You die or they die, 5-0.
Okay.
Alright. The next and last game, the first seeds are versing, and they are the London Luxrays versus the Thornham Fractures. Alright, so now... Man, I really hate when Rabbit says, "Oh man, I'm not good enough to be majors," yet he memes most of the time and gets top seed. Tell me what you're talking about. If you try in the league, you're... Anyways, let me just stop. So, London Luxrays versus Thornham Fracture here. So now I think this is the Trick Room team that kind of works a little bit better because we say Trick Room, but like Slowking teleport, Trick Room teleport into like Drampa or Alolan Marowak. That's all you need for Trick Room. Then everything else is kind of just bulky or offensive, and those all do different things, right? Now, Rabbit likes to, I guess, to put it bluntly, Rabbit likes to be annoying sometimes, right? Like he runs T-Wave, Confuse Ray, Volbeat, and Air Slash or something, and he just is annoying. Okay, now if he for whatever reason brings a regular like Slurpuff set, or he brings like a Swords Dance, Flame Charge, Blaziken set, Ditto is on the opposite side, so you can't really do that unless you run Sub, because Sub, if you don't know, Sub blocks Imposter. So that's pretty...
it. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty... Unless someone's gonna correct me in the comments. Hopefully not though. But but yeah, I kind of think Rabbit's gonna have to try for this one, because his matchup is not very good in my opinion.
That is a good thought process, because I see the Luxrays, I see that Marowak, and I know how many times like Marowak's not that good, but it's my playstyle. I do not enjoy the playstyle of Alolan Marowak. That thing has 10 kills. It is brutal.
Tell me to switch into Alolan Marowak.
Exactly. Because even a transformed Ditto, like to set up, is not going to be as powerful as just using the Marowak to smack things sometimes. Especially due to Rabbit playstyle, I don't know if Ditto's gonna have enough options to be used. It could. There are definitely good setup mons on the Fractors team. But even still, can you really just, like, what do the Fractors do against Marowak? You know?
The thing that I think of right off the bat is no item Jellicent. So that Poltergeist doesn't hit it, but if they run Shadow Bone, you're kind of screwed at that point, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, you
so
have to...
the fact that you can counter the Jellicent that easily, it's just like, oh. The Luxrays have like either they have Slowking, so they can very easily get in Marowak and then just kill things.
Yeah. Then again, it is Rabbit, so he might bring like some Scarf Water Spout Jellicent to somehow kill everything. I don't know.
What did you just say to me?
Scarf Water Spout Jellicent.
I don't think you know what you just said.
I think I know what I just said perfectly fine, alright?
Go for it. I believe in you. I don't. I'm gonna give it to the Lux Rays.
Oh, oh my god.
I'm gonna give them a 6-0.
Damn.
Sorry,
What
Rabbit.
the hell? You got a lock on
I-
this?
Yeah. Did I have? If I haven't locked, this is the one I'm gonna lock.
It's
On.
okay. All right. Good luck with that, then.
Rabbit, I'm sorry, but if there's anything that can just absolutely smash through this team, I'm gonna say it's a Lola Marowak. Now I know Rabbit's gonna be upset that I said that.
He's gonna bring like defensive Indeedee so that he doesn't get hit by any ghost type move.
Right? I mean, who knows?
Maybe, but I'm gonna give it to Rabbit. All right, just in case, you know, because Rabbit always proves me wrong. I always say, you know what, he's not gonna win this one, and then he pulls out some like Specs Blaziken or something, you know, and just wins. I don't know how that works, but I'm gonna give it to Rabbit. I will give him a. I'll give him a 2-0.
Okay.
Alright, and yeah, that is it. We don't have any more games, so that's fun. So if you guys, man, I don't know if we want to do this, but if you guys really want us to do playoff pick'ems, maybe just for fun, maybe for points, I don't know, we'll see where we end up here, if it even matters, you know, with points. But yeah, leave it down in the comments, like, say if you want it or not. Maybe leave a like, let me know that you guys want it. But yeah, do you want to end us off here, Galaxy?
Good luck in your games, everyone. This is, of course, the final week before playoffs. Make it count. Those that are in the middle of the pack, including me, try your hardest. As of course, this is make it or break it time. Those that are in the top seeds, try your best to stay there because you could make it to majors. And those that are in the bottom, you know, have fun with it. Don't beat yourself too hard about it. I'm sure you've probably learned a lot in this league, and I'm sure that if you join the next one, you can use that knowledge and, you know, always do better.
Yeah, thank you guys for the people who stayed through this whole thing. If you were doing poorly, if you're doing well, whatever it was, thank you for sticking in and, you know, not dropping, because not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to find people that are committed. So thank you guys if you guys were committed, and if you guys do join back, I'm talking to everyone, by the way, everyone that finishes week 8. If you guys want to join back, of course, you'll be in the priority seating. So for, you know, let's say we're starting season 7 and you sign up, you're gonna be in the high priority list, basically. So yeah, all right, and without further ado, good luck guys, and we will see you next time. Peace.